G'day guys, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Good to be back on the video. Jamie's gone to pick up a few breakers and bring them back. As for what's happening here at the farm, been great weather here at the farm. Sun's been out, the horses are in sheets, their coats are starting to break, so good time to be involved with racing, especially with all the good horses back in work. Blowing, he's in his first stakes race in on Saturday, so we'll get into him a bit later on. As for our runners, Balmea yesterday, I don't know really what to make of the run, but going through the sectionals, that was the fastest 1300 metre race on the day, and she ran the fastest 600 and 200 of her race, so I suppose that's positive, but on face value maybe a little bit disappointing, but yeah, the sectionals don't lie. So as for Zippity Zooster, yeah, I just found he got found wanting a bit late, so we might just drop him back in trip, freshen him up, and a win for him's not too far around the corner. We'll get into the runners this week. We'll kick off our runners this week with Come Along Jeffrey at Geelong, benchmark 64, 1200, so he goes back to Geelong where he ran really well the other day. He only sort of got nabbed late. I thought he was going to hang on, but one just caught him on a line that does have a bit of city form, so he did a really good job. It was good to see the horse return back to form. As for his race on Friday, they've obviously got an opinion of a few of the horses for him to, you know, go from a 70 back to a 64 and start 40 to 1. It obviously shows that they like a few of them in the race, but you know what he's like. He'll jump and he'll put himself on speed, and he's nice and fit and well, where a lot of those other horses are resuming. So he'll bounce out, he'll put himself on speed, and I expect him to be once again really hard to run down. We'll take Blowing to Flemington on Saturday. Froggy Newett jumps on board, so that'll suit him. 1400 metres, back down to 54 kilos, but in fairness, he is in a listed race, so that's probably the strongest race he's contested so far. But as far as the horse goes, he's in magnificent order. I think his coat's better than it was last time. He's lost a few sort of kilos, which I think he needed to do. He was he was going that 5 week between runs, so and now he's sort of, you know, on 2 weeks. So yeah, really happy with his condition. He's galloped up really super, drawn a gate, so hopefully he can just sort of be, you know, 4, 5, 6, something like that, and then and get every chance up the straight, and we can run into a place, or, you know, beat half of them home. I think that'll be a huge win. He'll be long odds and probably fair enough too. But as far as the horse goes, we couldn't take him to the races in any better order, and yeah, really excited to take him to Saturday at Flemington in a listed race. Redivo, we have him in a couple of spots. You'll probably see that he's in at Geelong tomorrow, but more than likely he'll go to Donald on Sunday. It's going to be a significant class drop compared to Geelong. 2200, would have preferred the 2400, but I think just it's going to be 5-6 lengths weaker than what Geelong is, so it's probably a more realistic option as far as him running a really good race. So Donald will suit. You get the chance at Donald. I really like taking horses to Donald, apart from how far it is away, but they always get their chance, and it's always track's always in good nick. So he seems to be going well. His coach really good. Really happy with his condition and how he's working. So hopefully he can run really well again. In Yaddy, she's a bit similar. You'll see that she's accepted for Geelong on Friday, but more than likely she'll go to Donald on Sunday. We'll jump her up to the miles, probably what she needs. They just sprinted up a little bit too quick for her the other day, but hopefully she's able to begin well, so she should be able to put herself in the race, especially being at Donald. Certainly being on speed is no disadvantage. So horse that probably needs to turn her form around a little bit. I do think her coat has improved a fair bit every run, and I think she's, you know, she's starting to get to peak fitness, but she probably does need to improve. I thought her first career run was actually had enough merit, and the form out of it has been really good. So I think there is a little bit of ability there, but whether she just needs that little bit of extra trip, and she gets that on Sunday. So hopefully she can turn her form around, and we can see her running really well on Sunday at Donald. El Soto, another runner at Donald that you'll see in at Geelong, but he'll most likely run at Donald. 1350 maiden, he's a Toronado having his first start, so really keen to get him to the races. Big boisterous sort of boy, he loves the work, and more, the harder you work in, the better he feels. So he'll kick off his campaign at Donald, so really good track to take him to. Big straight and everything like that, so you get a really good line on where your horse is at. He's probably a horse that hopefully I'd say we'll get to 2000 and beyond. That's sort of how he works, and the feel that he gives the riders. So I thought his trial the other day, Colic, was okay. He's a horse that I know last prep we were sort of scratching our head, sort of whether to persist with him. But I thought he's come back in this time and he's matured up, and his work here is a lot more sharper and a lot more switched on. I think he took that to the trials the other day. He'll need the race on Sunday, but if he can sort of settle 2/3 of the way back through him and be hitting the line really strongly, I'd be really happy with that. So, and then we can go up to a mile and things like that, and then he sort of should start to come into his own. But nice big strong son of Toronado, so had a bit of luck with them over the time, and hopefully this guy can follow in their footsteps. Bingo's Bang will go to Hamilton on Monday, 1100 metre 58. So 1100 metres, not sure. Jamie Mock got off for him the other day and just sort of said he was able to relax. And then they just sort of sprinted up over 1,000. He thinks over 1100 he'll get a much kind of run in transit and then be able to sort of sprint off that. So we'll see how we go. But I thought his run the other day at Pakenham was a heap better. He's gonna win races holding that sort of form. I thought the form around that race, although there wasn't many horses in it, I thought the race was relatively strong. The time was okay. So good to see the horse sort of return to a little bit of form, and he's a bit of a funny horse here at track work. He's a bit of a quirky horse at track work, but Jasmine's got him going really well. So hopefully he can run really well at Hamilton on Monday. Thanks, Bingo. Little Miss Gutsa will take her to Sandown on Wednesday. There's a couple of options. There's a 1300 metre 64 and there's a 1300 metre fillies and mares 70. So probably more than likely she'll go to the fillies and mares 70. But I thought she was okay at Geelong the other day. She probably didn't get all that much room up the straight and things like that, sort of coming around the corner. But first up is not really her go. She's a horse that takes a couple of runs into her prep, and then she sort of, once she's able to hit that form, she's able to hold that and can sustain that form really well. So probably a place chance on Wednesday, but then sort of third, fourth up will be her go. G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's, as you can probably see, we're here with our first foal of 2023 born here at Emsley Lodge. He's an overshare colt out of our ward. He was born early Saturday morning, so good bit of grand final preparation, dragging a foal out of a mare. So, but he's a pretty cool little fella. He's nice and friendly. He loves it. Loves just belling around out in the paddock here. So he was pretty textbook sort of foaling. He didn't have too many troubles other than the mare just wanted her to produce a little bit more milk, which she is now. So, and she's been a really good mum. So he's getting lots of drinks in and plenty of sleep, as you can see. He likes lazing around in the sun. So it's good here. The weather here at the farm's, nothing worse than it's raining and things like that. And a bit of green grass, bit of sunshine, foals are running around. It's good time to be sort of involved. So he's actually named Moose after our big full forward who kicked our winning goal on Saturday. He's only ever going to be called one name, and that was Moose. He's Ollie's favourite player in my team. I don't think he really cares about me playing. All he cares about is how many Mooses kicked, and this little foal here is named after him. So pretty happy that sort of got our foaling season underway here at Emsley Lodge. Got 2 more to come, so hopefully they're not too far around the corner, and they're certainly as friendly and as cuddly as this bloke. We'll be in for a good season. Big jobs fail. John Davey last week, he wasn't much better, so surely someone with a bit of racing royalty can find themselves a winner. We've gone to Kerrin McEvoy's father, Phil McEvoy. Surely he knows something.
Okay, we've got a couple of tips for Saturday for Jamie. I've got a winner, I think, in Adelaide. Adelaide race 9, number 2, a horse called Hypothetical. It's trained by Anthony and Sam Friedman. Todd Pannell, the rider, one of our main riders in Adelaide. He's got very good second up form, this horse, and they bring him to Adelaide for a good race. And I think Hypothetical, Adelaide race 9, number 2. And I like a horse in Melbourne which won last start and it's got very good third up form. It's Melbourne race 10, number 10, a horse from WA. It's a horse called Devoted. John Leake trains in Melbourne, and to be ridden by Blake Shin. It won very well last start over 1400, steps to the 1700, and third up this time in. It has won third up, and I think it's got very good form. I hope you're back a winner and enjoy the afternoon. Thank you very much. Good on you, Jamie. Thank you.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Really excited to take Blow in to Flemington on Saturday in his stakes race. Hopefully he can acquit himself well. Got a few other runners over the weekend, first starter, so that's always exciting, and a few other runners next week that hopefully we can have a bit of luck, a change of luck. We certainly had a bit of luck on Saturday, last Saturday. Me and Big Jobs played in our reserves grand final for Amos, and able to knock off Bowen Heads. There's a bit of controversy, love a bit of controversy. Free kick in the last dying stages, but we were able to be on the right side of the ledger, so it was a pretty tough sort of year, you know. We were 1-3 early on in the season, but we were able to win a streak of games and able to get into the finals, and did it the hard way, and able to get a result on Saturday. So you know, not bad. Off 8 years off, come back in, win a premiership. So thanks for coming. Until next week, see you later. Little Miss Gutter, we'll take her to Sandown on Wednesday. A couple of options. There's a 1300. He's in a stakes race this week on Saturday, so we'll get into him a bit later on. As for runners, this last one in a significant drop back in grade. Change that.